All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Green and Eagle Eye. It feels like a long time since I said that sentence. Welcome. We are here to review and do player ratings for that garbage game you've just witnessed, which is Leeds versus Arsenal, where I'm not even. I'm going to say Arsenal held Leeds to a 0-0 draw because that's the accurate description. Joining me, as always, is my partner in crime, Mr. Lee Gunner. Say hello to the people, my brother.
Good evening. Good evening. It's not a good evening, though, is it, if you're an Arsenal fan? Because, yet again, you've got up, you've set your alarms, you've all been tuning in and watching that dead performance from all over the world, wherever you're watching from. Some people were getting up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning to watch us concede 24 shots to a championship team. Mm-hmm. And have 2 shots on target in 90 minutes. And let's be real, it's not good enough. I don't care if they drew with City. I don't care if they scored 3 at Anfield. Yeah, we're Arsenal Football Club. We go there, we pick our best 11, and we make sure that we're on the front foot and have a go at them. Instead, we didn't. We decided, do you know what? After a good early 5 minutes, let's just let them control midfield. Let's let them control the tempo of the game. And do you know what? On another night, mate, they genuinely could have banged 6 past us. That ain't even an exaggeration. That could have been 6-0. Yeah.
0-0 flattered us. And it is never a good sentence when you can say that. 0-0 flattered us. I mean, to be honest with you, I just watched, Kenny Ken, shout out to Kenny Ken, his brief review on his Instagram page. And he basically said that, Arsenal drew 0-0, but it didn't tell the story that they absolutely battered us. And that's the case. They battered us. Let's have it right. I don't want it to be rewritten in the history books of, what Arsenal drew 0-0. What are people complaining? No, they battered us. Yeah. It is through Leno and the Woodwork. People will laugh when they see the title. I shit you not. It was Leeds' poor finishing, really, that stopped them from winning this game.
Just unlucky. I wouldn't even say it was poor finishing. Leno made a worldie of a save.
You said it yourself. They should have won 6-0. At some point, you have to say it's poor finishing.
At the same time, the save from Bamford when Leno went down to the right, he guessed. He couldn't see. With the reverse angle, you can see he couldn't see. So he guessed, what a save. Yeah. What a save. That's not poor finishing. That was actually a great shot,
Okay, cool. That's one, brother.
The ones that hit the woodwork, the 3 that hit the woodwork, you can't say that's poor finishing, man.
If I'm a Leeds fan, you had your Leeds fan on, I guarantee he's pissed.
Yeah, but three that hit the woodwork ain't poor finishing. That save ain't poor finishing. The one where Leno made the high top one, that's 5 out of their shots. There's 5 they could have scored.
Bamford, and this is me being conservative, Bamford should have had a hat-trick.
Oh, easy.
Tell me
he should have had 5. He should have had 5.
Oh, no, I'm being conservative.
Yeah.
He should have had a hat-trick, and that's just me being conservative. 2 of those were terrible finishing. I don't care what anyone tells me. They were terrible finishes. Just a couple of super chats I just want to quickly cover. From Mr. Holby, thank you for your donation, my guy. Arteta gave a post-match press conference interview where he disagreed with Leeds being the better side and that we had chances, according to him. What is going on?
What did he say?
He disagrees that Leeds were the better
side. Oh, my God. Well, good job. At 10 o'clock tonight, UK time, I will be doing a post-match press conference reaction.
Yeah, I mean, if that is not an example of his judgment, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
that to me,
they made us off the park. Credit to them; they got a fantastic manager. Yeah, and they were the better team today, and we just didn't look up for it. Yeah, and that's my fault. And blah blah blah. We'll move on. Yeah. What has he been doing for 2 weeks, by the way? Because everyone was going, "Oh, he's got 2 weeks to change it now." Well, what did he change?
Exactly. Project Club since 2007. Let's be real.
Yep, big up DVS.
Yep, I 100% agree with you. And just finally, Chig, it's getting real bad. See, for me, this is where thank you for your donation. This, to me, is the part that annoys me, when people inevitably come and shit on our assessment here. Does it not bother anyone that when they look at that league, not only are Arsenal not in the top half, they're nowhere to be seen in the top half, but as Spurs are top. Yeah. And you still want to defend Mikel Arteta to me? Spurs, the washed up guy that everyone said Mourinho was finished. You know, some of your superstar idol YouTubers. So Mourinho's finished. I wouldn't have him, man. I wouldn't have him at the club. I was one of the people that, I'll be honest, I had my doubts about Mourinho. I'll be real. I'll be the first one to admit it. I'll also admit that I was fucking wrong. But having said that, even then, if you said to me, Jose or Mikel Arteta, come on then, Jose. Fuck. I'm not an idiot. And I'll be the first one to say I have my doubts about Jose Mourinho. One of these guys is a winner. One of these guys doesn't know how to win. It's not exactly not a huge golfing choice here. Anyway, for me,
sorry to cut you off, Archie. Big up Archie in the chat. He says Spurs will be Spurs. He's seen it all before. Listen, that unfortunately, my friends, I disagree with. Because you know what? That's what a majority of our fans think. Oh, they'll Spurs it up. They'll Spurs it up. They've got a proper serial winner in that club now. Let
me tell you something, right? Two things I hate about that statement. Even if they Spurs it up, what does that mean? Where are they going to finish? And at what point do we stop saying Spurs it up? Because Arsenaling it up is not exactly looking great right now. What is the Arsenal equivalent to that? Not being in the top half. Come on, people.
Mate, our fans, and not Archie, he's sound, he comes in my chat a lot. Our fans as a whole, would knock one out if Tottenham won the league, but we finished second with Arteta. Yeah, they would. Oh, but he's improved. We're behind in the journey. Yeah. Well, Jose took the job 4 games before Arteta did.
Even if Spurs it up, they'll finish in the top 4.
Bruv, they're 8 points clear of us after 9 games. When was the last time that happened? Like, that's mad.
I hate that expression. So what is the Arsenal version of that then?
Yeah. It's mad. Bruv, it's mad. Oh, sorry, there's 7 points ahead of us. We're still below Man United, and they've got a game in hand United with that washed-up PE teacher as manager, yeah? Palace are above us. They've got a game in hand. West Ham are above us. It's embarrassing, bruv. It's mad.
Absolutely embarrassing. Big up to over 600 people watching already. Please do slap a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm less than 200 now from my 10K end-of-year target. So please do help me see if I can get there. At least that much will put a smile on my face. I wish it was through better circumstances because contrary to people's belief, when Arsenal win, generally the channel does better.
Yeah, the views on that we just had, the views on that, we're nowhere near what I get on a win. I'll tell you what, they're about 30,000, I think.
I just remember the FA Cup win.
Yeah, 35.8k. The FA Cup's on 80k.
It's just Anyway, just to cover the 3 donations that come in quickly. Was a fun game to watch apart from Leeds not scoring. Big up Chelsea. Oh, there's a Chelsea fan there. Me, myself, and I. Thank you for your donation again. I posed this one earlier. Is it ethical for Edu to share an agent with the players? Process rendered us the 32-year history from Chelsea. Is there a lot of things that we do that are ethical? That'd be my reverse question to that. DVS, fact, Jose has turned us down. Didn't like the ownership, top to bottom management, the overall structure. Let's get it straight. We were rejected by a winner. You're right.
Very true. Very true.
My whole thing is this. For me, that doesn't then mean you go for an amateur. Don't go for an amateur because a winner turns you down. Go and go for another winner. Go and go for a Nuno. Go and go for someone that has experience.
Listen to this from Hector Bellerin after the game. Yeah, this is a direct quote from Hector Bellerin after the game, yeah? We looked really solid. Obviously, they created chances, but the team responded really well. We both had chances. We go home with a draw, and it's one of those games you need to forget about and move on to the next one because we have a busy schedule coming. Okay, how many times are you going to say that, mate? Oh, it's one of them. Oh, we just brush it under the carpet. Brush it under the carpet. We looked solid. They had 24 shots.
Yeah. From Robert Mugabe, I hope it's not the real one. Mike L. Megason. Mike L. Mickelson. Pepe. Pepe is unacceptable, but Will.i.am was understandable. If they don't sack him soon, it could be a relegation battle. This is relegation form. I thank you for your donation as well. For me, I'm at the point now where, and let's address the Pepe thing, right? Because I'm sure people will be expecting us to address the Pepe thing, and we should. So let me say this. For me, I said it at the time it happened. I thought he was a fucking idiot for allowing himself to A, be wound up, and then B, allow himself to be in a position where he could even possibly be sent off. Now, I know what people are going to say to my next sentence, but I stand by it because I don't give a fuck, right? Where is the manager in that situation that notices that that's happening? And then
where's the captain
to the side?
Where's the captain?
Either takes him, or the captain, and either takes him off or tells him to calm the fuck down. They are trying to wind you up. Otherwise, I'll take you off. It ain't a problem. Just manage that situation, because we saw the build-up. If Sky are picking it up, where is the manager watching that develop the entire time of Pepe just getting wound up by this guy? This does not dilute the fact that Pepe is an idiot. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But where is the manager? Like you say, where's the captain? Where is our senior figures? Where is a Hector Bellerin who wants to brush this off like it's nothing? Trying to calm people down and say, listen, you're deliberately getting wound up by this guy. They've sought you out. They're targeting you. Calm down.
Yeah.
These are the questions that I personally have.
Mate, it's mad. Like, the captain did fuck all. Yeah. Hector Bellerin. Hecky B. Yeah. He plays down the same side as Pepe. He should be saying something as vice captain. Yeah. Then you've got the manager, who's not a manager, let's be real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know it already. So that's why I thought, because I already know that idiots like this will appear in my comments. So I thought, let me just address you guys completely. You obviously didn't hear the cheap. So just for the cheap seats, he's an idiot for doing what he's doing. However, let's not absolve let's not absolve the manager. An on-point manager. Listen, I hate complimenting Jose, and you lot keep making me compliment Jose. There was a game earlier in the season where Jose could see that something was happening to Dembele. He was getting targeted by certain players. He kept getting fouled and wound up. You know what Jose did? 61st minute, brought him off.
Yeah.
Not wasting no time. Not wasting time to watch him get sent off just so that certain people can be like, oh, well, Pepe's the idiot. Because apart from anything, what then happens to Pepe after this game? Do you think Pepe is going to be inspired watching everybody slating the shit out of him? In spite of the fact that, yes, once again, for the fucking cheap seats, he's an idiot. But that's where you help the player as the manager watching this develop. Anyway, I just thought I'd just have that little rant.
The thing is, just to say something to that guy, yeah, why is it that you say something about Arteta and it's like you've killed somebody's family member? Like, why? What has this guy got on you? What I don't get it. What have you seen from this manager to make you think that he can make us great? What, because he fluked an FA Cup? And he did fluke it, by the way. He did fluke it. Yeah, Chelsea had a man sent off for nothing in the final. And they lost their two best players on the day. Pulisic was about to score, or at least have a shot on target, and he pulled his hamstring clean through. Yeah? Let's be real. Aspilicueta went off. There was our fans cheering that Pulisic got injured. That's how muggy our fan base is. They were cheering that their players got injured. Yeah? And I just don't see what people have got from this guy to believe that he can make us great. And the best comparison, Chig, yeah, is Jose Mourinho. I don't care whether people go, oh, it's Tottenham. Yeah, I'm twerking for Jose all day long because that's a winner, bruv. Yeah?
Oh, that's getting clipped. That's getting clipped.
I don't give a fuck. I couldn't care less. At the end of the day, I've been told for 6 years I'm a cunt. Yeah? I've been told for 6 years I'm this and I'm that. Guess what? I'm still saying what I'm saying. I'm still being proven right every single time I open my mouth. Yeah? Every single time. And this fan base will flip and flop and go where the wind blows, yeah? Me, I put my head up and I go, yo, I don't want this manager before he got the job. Yeah? Before he got the job, Chig. I don't want this manager. Yeah? A year later, he's proven me right. Yeah? When he proves me wrong, I might turn the other way. Until then, which he won't, because he won't be here long enough. Yeah? But the fact and reality is when you...
to Brandon Taylor.
Go on. Chig's froze. Man down. Chig's gone. Man's gone. As I was saying, when you look at Tottenham, they are the perfect comparison because their manager got a job and inherited a team that had gone from Champions League finalists to 15th in the league or whatever it was, stupid, when he got the job. Yeah? So they were Champions League finalists. They were 15th or whatever when he got the job. They are the perfect comparison. He got the job 4 games, before Arteta got the job. They had capitulated and they were a mess. We weren't a mess, yeah, because we had finished 5th. We were sat 8 points off 4th, yeah, after 13 games. We weren't exactly a mess. They've gone from Champions League finalists to down in tools to not even picking up points anywhere. Yeah, he went in there. They're now sat top of the league inside what fucking 25, 29 league games, 30 league games, whatever. We have given him a job when we finished 5th and spanked in the Europa League. We hadn't down tools. Yesterday, some of them did, but not as bad as Tottenham did. Every single one of their players down tools. Every single one of them. Yeah, not all of ours did because we were still picking up wins.
I love the name of this guy, Chig's long lost Norwegian brother. Thank you for your donation, my guy. Where will we finish this season? I imagine 10th, 11th. PS Chig, when are we going to go on vacation together? Oh, I don't know about the vacation, my guy, but for me, yeah, 10th. The way we're looking,
season 8th. I'm sticking with 8th now, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
The form that we're showing, and again, I'm going to say this one last time. No one is saying that Pepe's not an idiot for reacting the way he did. Like I say, if you were on Lee's watch along, the very first person I criticised was Nicolas Pepe.
Yep. But, bruv, I called him a see you next Tuesday, bruv. He just walks off like he couldn't care less.
Yeah. But I asked the question, where is the manager that sees this develop? This is not a case of, Pepe just lashed out and that was the single incident that happened. This is why sometimes I think, do people watch the game before you come and comment here? You know, because during that watch along, they showed a little montage of Pepe being wound up throughout that game. And that's why I asked the question, if you are Arteta, seeing this develop, where are you standing thinking, maybe I should pull him off or at least have some sort of word with him? That's my question. Doesn't detract from the fact that Pepe's still an idiot. He still has the majority of the fault here. But this is what I'm talking about. Mikel Arteta doesn't have that managerial experience to spot an incident like that happening and try and control it. He doesn't have that. That's not. You shouldn't be criticized because you have that opinion. He doesn't have that. I don't hate the man, but this is just me being real about certain things that I see. And that's a very worthy question from DVS Dallas, who says, what top manager would want to come here anyway? Which is true.
No, that is a very good question, yeah. But at the same time,
when you see that Everton have got Ancelotti, I don't want to hear the argument.
But this is the thing, Chig. This is the thing that winds me up. Yeah, Everton are punching above their weight with the manager and some of them players. James Rodriguez, even though I don't rate him particularly highly, to get James Rodriguez at Everton, mate. Yeah. To get Carlo Ancelotti at Everton, and we're sitting there slumming it with some idiot that picked up cones for Pep. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. This is a bit backwards here, innit? Then you look at other teams. Leicester, they're punching above their weight. Yeah, with the players that they've got. Tillemans, what an absolute baller, bruv. Cengiz Under, what a baller. They've got some ballers, bruv. They've got Vardy still peppering goals. They've got the Mbappe of centre-backs, the real one, not the snide one. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? But then you look at Tottenham. like I keep saying, Tottenham are apparently shit. They're irrelevant with a washed-up manager. So he must be punching more above his weight than anyone in the league then. Yeah? They're 7 points clear of us after 9 games, mate.
Exactly.
Carry on. That would be 28 points if you times it by 4 over the course of the season. We're a quarter of the way through. Yeah? They're going to finish 28 points ahead of us. What? And our fans want to sit there and say, trust the process. Suck your process.
It is what it is, man. I'm sick of arguing the merits or the lack thereof.
Go and get Allegri right now. He's sat doing nothing. Go and get him. Pay him whatever he wants. Go and get Don Simeone. Pay him whatever he wants. Because if we're going to watch boring, paint-dry football, at least get one of the best managers in the world that's going to give you wins out of it.
Bertrand apparently missed your super chat. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. If I can't find it, which I cannot, just drop me a message. Let me know what it is, and I'll read. And I'll read your message. And as for Nathaniel, no more mods until I hit 11k, my brother. I've already promised my 10k mods to someone, so 11k, and I'll add some more mods. But in the meantime, over 800 people watching. Please do slap a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button. And
sorry to cut you off again. I'm just seeing Sky Sports put out an interview of Mikel Arteta saying it's unacceptable what Pepe did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember when our fans sit there and go, Jose used to always out his players? Yeah, it's this disgrace. If he was, I haven't listened to it because it's a copyright, obviously, yeah. But he actually said it's unacceptable. If I was asked that question as Mikel Arteta, I'd go, listen, we're dealing with that internally. Next question. Yeah. He's now actively got a reason never to play him again. Yeah. That's his way out now, but he shouldn't be sitting there saying it's unacceptable. Yes, we all know it's unacceptable, but apparently this is the classy Arsenal that won't out their players, and that's why we didn't want the geezer down the road.
For me, I don't mind. I don't mind that he's called him out.
No, I don't. But I'm just highlighting hypocrisy, bruv.
Oh, and I know there's. We all know there's hypocrisy in the fan base. We know this already. But for me, I don't mind. It was unacceptable. Just to show you once again, I don't mind that. But also, I do ask questions of Mikel Arteta there. Niraj, big up to you, my guy. I've had enough of the spineless performance. Zoolander needs to go. Holden was left exposed. Any half chance Pepe starts again is over. Woodwork is crap too. Yeah, when a great game.
I can't lie. I've been calling out for him to play. He didn't cover himself in glory.
This is an interesting point from your other half. That's for sure. I wouldn't want to be in Wolves either, to be fair. But that's another story for another day. Have good experience in Wolves. And DJ Crane, attitude reflects leadership. Poor attitude from the board, from the manager, from the club captain. Pepe's an idiot. Hecky B needs to shut it. AFC is done. And there's the buff thing. That is DJ Crane. Oh, the chatter. But yes, absolutely. 100% agree. 100% agree. All right, cool. Let's get into player ratings. Almost 1,000 people watching now. Please do slap a like on this video. You know how we do by now. We're brutal. It does not stop you from giving your own mark, though. I hate it when people, A, crap on other people giving marks, or B, say, oh, Chig, I can't believe you gave him a 3. Cool. What's your mark, though? Well, that doesn't matter, but I can't believe you gave him a 3. What are we arguing about then? So
yeah, put your own marks in. Don't cry like babies.
That's what I'm saying. AKA, don't cry like a bitch. And Samuel Stillard, just going to catch this donation before it goes. This club is going backwards. Others are moving like years ahead. It's a fucking disgrace. Love watching you boys. Always watch you go. Thank you, my guy. Much love, my guy. I like your surname for some reason. Strong. Feels northern. All right, let's get into it. Player ratings. Let's start off with Bert Leno.
Do you want to go? No, I'll go first. Man of the match. Oh, level man of the match. Yeah. 10 out of 10. And the reason he was a 10 out of 10, he didn't concede a goal and he was fucking exposed differently the whole game. Yeah. Like literally differently the whole game. Bruv, he made some brilliant saves today. Yeah. You know I don't rate him. The chat knows I don't rate him. When he plays well, I would always give props. The same with all of them. Yeah. 10 out of 10. Without him in goal today, Well, we might have had Martinez, so that's a stupid argument. On another day, he might have conceded 6. Yeah. But he made some really top draw saves today. And so sometimes his distribution was a little bit slow. There was one where they whipped a ball in. He had a runner down the left wing, Tierney, and he went to go and throw it and he stopped. And 30 seconds later, he still got the ball in the box. And it's like little things like that jar me. But, bruv, without him on form today, that could have been a cricket score. So 10, man of the match.
I'll go 9. But I understand everything you've said. I also think he's joint man in a match with the Woodwork, of course.
100%.
But yeah, I think his shot stopping. There was one in particular that was going to the top left postage stamp. Initially, I thought it was a good save, but actually, it was a really good save.
It was fucking unbelievable. Great
save. So yeah, I'll go 9 out of 10 for him. All right, we actually played with a back 4 today, so let's talk about your boy, the humanitarian that is Hecky B.
Do a leaper, yeah? Do a leaper can jog himself on, mate. 0.
Yeah, it weren't great from Hector Bellerin. I'm going to give Hector Bellerin a slightly stronger mark because there was a chance that he set Bukayo Saka one, where Bukayo Saka tried to round the keeper. I shit you not, that was the only time I noticed Hector Bellerin in the game.
Oh, I see him getting spun differently, bruv. Left, right, and centre. Spun. It was mad.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
He was getting just sat down all the time.
Yeah.
So I'll give him a 2. So not much better. Okay. Rob Holden.
0. Don't care that he kept the clean sheet. It went down to him. He kept the clean sheet. Dog shit. Not good enough. 0.
I'm gonna be slightly kinder. I'm gonna give Holden a 3. A, like you say, he kept a clean sheet. B, I think he just kept getting exposed by Hector Bellerin. I think Hector didn't do him any favors today. And Rob Holden, I think Kenny Ken has mentioned this before, and it is worth mentioning again. He can't play on the right-hand side of the defensive 4. He much prefers that David Luiz, and unfortunately for him, that Gabriel spot.
Yeah. And
I do think that often makes a difference because when Rob Holden plays poorly, he plays poorly, particularly in that position. So I'm going to give Rob Holden.
That's the same for anyone. Whoever plays right centre back is getting fucked all season if they're playing with Zoolander.
That's the thing, and you've said that previously.
For about a year.
Yeah, I really riled you two today. I really riled you today. These deluded fans talking smack to Lee on Twitter are disgraceful. I'm going to flip out. I'm going to flip out on all of you flip-flops. Lee's been talking the truth. Okay, thank you, Niraj, for your donation. At least you got a rear gunner there.
Listen, comments like that are nice, yeah? But it's a shame that people are sitting there saying I've been talking the truth because it means we're doing shit, yeah? And the thing is, you said it when I went for a cigarette at the end of the game. Did anyone expect? Is anyone shocked that we drew with Leeds? No. That sums it all up. Was anyone shocked we got hammered by Villa last week? No.
Exactly.
Yeah? And people want to sit there and say it's a process. It takes time. It takes this. It takes that. Bollocks. Everyone compares it to the Klopp. Yeah. Now, to Klopp. Why not compare it to Conte taking a team from 10th to 1st? I don't care if they won the league the season before. Yeah. Or the season before that. How about compare it to Ranieri taking a team that should be relegated to fucking title? None of this process crap about process. Yeah. Excuse FC. Yeah. I don't play a game. I don't speak out of emotion. Yeah. I deal with facts. The facts are this manager is shit. Yeah. Stats for wins, draws, and losses cannot be manipulated. He's worse than Emery. He's worse than Emery. Fact. Facts. Only dealing facts.
So there you go. There's what it is. Gabriel.
0. Not good enough. Exposed the goalkeeper left, right, and centre today, which is worst game for Arsenal. Not only that, we'll come on to Tierney in a minute, actually. I'll save it. But yeah, 0. Not good enough today. Shocking. And I was surprised, actually. But then I shouldn't be surprised when he's got 2 fucking dickheads in front of him.
For me, I'm going to give Gabriel a better mark than that. I thought he was the best defender, in my personal opinion. But I'll give him a 4 as a result of that. No, in fact, I'll give Gabriel a 5. I didn't think Gabriel was bad. I guess we must have been disagreed in that game because I thought he was all right. I thought he was the best defender out of the lot. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
Show me once again, people.
You're a best defender. I know we kept a clean sheet, but that's not an achievement against Leeds. Let's be real here, yeah?
Bro, it was the only reason why I told you after the 31st minute this would be 0-0.
Yeah, you did actually.
He was the one constant person that looked like he was at the end of it, constantly battling. For me, I thought
at the same time, he's part of a defence that's conceded 24 fucking shots to a championship team. Not good enough, man. 0.
Yeah, but you could say that about the whole team, bro. For me, defenders starts from the whole team. I mean, if you're going to say that defenders starts from the whole team should look at themselves for conceding 24 shots. Not Gabriel. Gabriel, for me, was the best defender, so I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. On the left-hand side, Kieran Tierney, I didn't think he was great.
0.
I didn't think he was great.
0. Not good enough. He put one good cross in the box. Other than that, out of position, left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
Gabriel. Yeah.
The most passion he showed was at the end of the game, if we're going to be real about it.
It doesn't help when you've got William fucking in front of you, yeah, and you have to cover his deficiencies as well. But 0, dog shit. Worst game he's had as well for me.
Yeah, he weren't great today. He wasn't. He looked like a player that had not recently played left back and forgot how to do it.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 3 though. I'll be a bit more kinder. Danny Ceballos, spinning top.
0.
1.
1.
Yeah.
0.
1.
Why? What did he do?
There was one. I can only remember one significant key pass he made in the first half. And then was he still on in the second half? I think he was.
Exactly. 0.
And I don't even really remember what he did after that. So I'll give him a 1. Granit Xhaka.
0.
Yeah, I've got to agree with a 0. I've got to be honest. He kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And he didn't start off great. He didn't start off particularly high in the first place. And you know what I realized? I'm watching Liverpool, right? They've had 5 attempts on target already. 13 minutes has gone.
Yeah, that's more than we've done in the last 2 games, by the way.
Arsenal will take 2 games to get 5 attempts on target.
Yep.
Let's be real here. That's the difference. That is the difference in quality that we're talking about right now. Okay. Joe Willock.
0.
It was his chance, Joe. It was his chance to show that Arteta was. People keep saying that DT's reposted a clip of yours or some shit.
Don't care.
I don't know why people keep saying that. I think people are trying to get your attention.
Yeah, it's because I told Arteta to go and suck his mum. And that's what now he's going to go, this is what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. These are 4 little rats that I'm talking about. We didn't lose the game. Oh, okay. We didn't lose the game. Then all right,
my man's very close to me finishing his social media career, mate. So if I was him, I'd wind his neck in.
Anyway,
honestly,
I think there's someone just trying to get your attention.
I couldn't give a shit what that geezer does, yeah? Yeah, the fact that man's so shook about somebody with 48k subs is fucking hilarious. Yeah. I'm not the one that has to scuttle off down to AFTV studio to keep myself relevant, mate. Yeah.
Who's he? Let's pump the brakes.
Yeah, mate, I make my own money, man. I don't need to build next man's channel while mine's dying. Yeah, it's true. I don't care. If he's got a fucking issue, get my phone number, call me, and I'll tell him he's a cunt to his fucking face. Yeah, next flight back.
Anyway,
Joe Willock. 0.
Yeah, I wanted it for him today, but it was.
Yeah, man. Listen, I've been calling out for him to start games, Chig. I think he's been good in Europa League, but you know what? The guy I had him last night, big up KG. Yeah, he said Europa League shouldn't be the defining moment and whether you are good enough to play Premier League games. And I think Joe Willock's just proved that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad because I wanted it to work. I don't particularly rate the guy.
Yeah, we've always said we don't.
He didn't have a chance. He's had his chance. He ain't took it.
Yeah, I agree with you. God, here we go. I probably should have put this on there, but Might as well put that on there as well.
Tell Tom Canton to go and suck his mum as well.
Anyway.
And if I'll fucking text him in a minute as well and tell him to jog on. Yeah. All these people are shook on me. Why are you all shook? Why do you care what I say? Like, why are you all so shook? I don't get it. Don't forget to set your alarm tomorrow, Thomas. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that whole thing had died down. Anyway.
It's funny, isn't it? How many people are so shook? Yeah. Guess what? I don't need to set my alarm time. Oh, I do, because I'm going on Claude's show. Yeah. Make sure you don't get caught in rush hour traffic tomorrow, Thomas. Yeah. Fucking knob. Absolute balance. These people are so shook. Do you know what's making it even funnier as well? Yeah. Right. It's the fact that they can't even stop it. Because the more Arteta keeps cocking up, the more and more they're looking desperate by clinging on. Yeah, and when eventually that they do come out and say Arteta, which let's be real, they are going to at some point, because there ain't no way he's going to suddenly miraculously turn it around. Yeah, because he ain't got the facilities for that, big man. Yeah, it's true. The players, half of them can't be bothered, bruv. They're already down in tools as it is. Yeah, so they're all going to look absolutely battered. And they are going to get absolutely hammered when they eventually flip to Arteta out. And when they flip to Arteta out, they're pretty much done on social media. Let's be real here. Because they've been calling everyone that don't like Arteta, they've been calling them all sorts of names, saying it's...
Yeah, that to me is the problem. I don't understand where we got to the point whereby if me and you disagree on a manager, then I'm X.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Listen,
when did that happen?
Let me say something right now. Yeah,
he used to be Bennett out.
Argue with everyone just to stay relevant. Yeah, I can get
Bennett out and Bennett
I've been arguing with just to stay relevant. Yeah,
yeah.
Like I just said 5 minutes ago, I don't need to go and build next man's channel to stay relevant whilst fucking my own channel up. I make my own money as long as I've got a mouth and I've got a MacBook and I've got a mobile phone. I will forever earn money and I will always do all right. Yeah, and I have done since I'm 16. Yeah. And this is the thing. If you're so shook and so pissed off about what I've got to say, tough. I hope you keep crying. Seriously, because I ain't even started yet. You wait till we get piped by Chelsea on Boxing Day. I'll ruin your whole Christmas.
Big up to, I hope it's not the Robert Mugabe, but he says, you lot are just bringing beef to my channel, but fuck it.
I'm saying, bring some beef and
I'm here for it. It's a super chat, so I'm here for it. Here we go. One sec. Mr. DT equals Mr. D 33 Deep Throat. Wouldn't look in the eyes of Lee when they had that AFTV debate. My throat has favorites like Xhaka and Leno, who he chats with. Well, I don't like him, but I'm reading super chats, just so you guys know. Chig, I've missed your streams. Sergio, my guy, appreciate it, man. I'm trying to deal with this asthma problem that I'm having, so, but I'm getting there. DJ Crane, hey, the Pratt in the hat, tie up the hat and pipe up before.
They're still hanging from Selhurst Park, innit?
All I would say is DVS said it right. When have you ever seen one of those obsessed hats? Behave hats being sold. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, and one more. Mitchell, at what point do we see a coach change in 2 to 3 years in the process? What needs to get changed? Simeone can win games with defensive football. That would be my question. For all the, and thank you for that. I think that is an excellent question from Mitchell there. I'll highlight it just before I read it to Lee. Even if you want to talk about processes, this, processes that, right? Why not say to yourself, okay, I can get a manager that will immediately get me results. In the meantime, run a process in the background of young players and developing the football and moving the football along. Ironically, what Jose is doing. Jose was clearly sent in there to get results, and in the meantime, develop the youngsters, develop the whole team in his style, get the whole team to understand his play, work hard from the very top. That was what he was sent in there to do. As much as it pains me to admit it, because I never wanted Jose myself, but that is what he's doing. That was what we have really wanted, really. There's no problem with having a process, but that process needs to have an end goal. That process needs to show progress. You know, forget process. What about progress? You know? Liverpool are 1-0 up, by the way.
There's a surprise. All them players that injured, yeah? There's a surprise.
Sergio Hernandez, Mr. Behave has Ozil and Arteta eggplants so far up his nostril. Yep. Anyway, we digress. Let's move on to the forwards. Nicholas Pepe. If it was possible to give you minus, you know what? It is. It's my show. -10. If we had even a small chance of winning that game, it went as soon as you got yourself sent off. And you should know better. You're not, listen, you're a youngish player. You're 25 years old. You should know better, really. And for me, I've got to say that Liverpool score again. I've got to say that for me, I was disappointed, and I'll give him a -10. Stephen, Carter said the same thing. So I bought 2 new books and I'm resending them on Monday. So just so you guys know. So yeah, I've seen your comment, and you may end up with 2 copies basically, but at least you can give away 1 on your own channel. Please do slap a like on this video. Again, if you're watching, 1,000 people watching, as you can imagine. So please do stick a like on the video if you haven't already. And make sure you subscribe, most importantly. Make sure you do that. That'd be fantastic. The signature says, I hate to say this, but we need Daniel Levy. Wow. I have never heard someone say that before. But very interesting point. He says, I hate to say this, but we need Daniel Levy. He fixes our club. He'd work wonders with Arsenal. Well, he would tighten the reins. One thing I've always said is that our problem is with recruitment. He's never particularly been that hot with recruitment himself. But you would definitely tighten the reins and make sure that we're not spending stupid money on just anybody. So from that perspective, you don't raise a bad point, to be honest. Big up to yourself. I think that's an interesting point there. Pramod, thank you for your donation again. Process is for our club and not the manager. Manager has to get the right results, not process. Many people think Arteta is Klopp, but forget Klopp's success before LFC. I've never understood the Klopp and Arteta comparison. Never understood it. Didn't understand why they were comparable.
Well, it's because he sat next to him. So our Divi fans sit there and just chat rubbish, mate.
Klopp and Arteta.
When the majority of our fans say one thing, I will go the opposite way. Yeah.
But where did that come from? Where did that narrative even come from?
Because this is the same Pep, by the way, that they've spent years calling Fraudiola.
No, you're not hearing that.
Arteta, oh, he's the next Pep. But the same.
You're not hearing it. You're not hearing it.
It's a fraud, and he can only do it with money. Yeah, that's why I ignore him. Arsenal fans are mugs, man.
You're not hearing me. Where did the Klopp and Arteta comparison come from?
Oh, Klopp. The Klopp.
Yeah.
The Klopp. Sorry, the Klopp. Because he went to Dortmund as a young coach. Yeah. Like he went to. It's embarrassing, bruv. Yeah. You know, we've got people out here telling everyone, oh, he broke Klopp. Broke Klopp. Yeah. He couldn't even break wind, bruv, let alone break. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
Oh dear. Anyway, welcome. On the left-hand side, Willian.
0.
2. I thought he looked lively for 5 minutes and then deteriorated to the point where even Arteta was like, all right, bun this guy. So, yeah, I'm going to go 2 out of 10 for Willian. Up top, Aubameyang, this is another one he had his chance. And you thought to yourself, all right, finally you're starting up top. And actually, I agree with Zach because he put it in our group chat a couple of times. It's not like he was completely devoid of chances. He had a couple of chances to do something and then didn't do anything. It's like, I don't know what's going on. It's like we were all lining up to give this guy a new deal. Let's not pretend like we weren't. all of us were high on giving him a new deal. We've given him that new deal, and he has basically checked out. That's all we could say. He's completely and utterly checked out. And as an Arsenal fan, I don't know what we're going to do, because if Aubameyang now can't be bothered, and he was our only source of goals before, what are we going to do? So yeah, I'm gonna give Aubameyang. I'm gonna give him a 1 out of 10, because should have done something about that Pepe situation.
Not good enough. Where was he when our player was getting sent off? Why wasn't he having a word in his ear and saying, "Yo, calm down, bruv. We need to win this game." Yeah. He's got ozolitis, bruv. He looks lost. He looks like he couldn't care less. Yeah, 0.
There's a geezer that keeps telling me that Ozil's beefing with
Piers Morgan.
I couldn't be. I can't even be asked to check that, mate. So
that's more exciting than the game, isn't it?
You know what I mean? Let's talk about the subs real quick. Bukayo Saka
0
immediately came on. No, see, for me, I disagree with that. Immediately came on. We immediately had 2 chances as a result of that on target. Should have scored though. There's no getting away from that. I'm going to give Bukayo Saka a 4 out of 10 as a result of that. What about yourself? 0, yeah?
Not good enough, man.
Okay. Who else came on?
Who else did come on? Oh, Poundland Iwobi.
Iwobi, yes, of course.
0.
Yeah, he went great.
Yeah, 0. Not good enough.
He went great. I'll give him a 1. Who else? Who else came on? Is that it? I think that is it.
Miles, he came on for 3 minutes of stoppage time.
I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother. Mikel Arteta.
0.
That's the reason you lot are still here.
0. And guess what? I said it on my channel. I'll say it on this one. Clip this as well. He can go suck his mum. Yeah? Seeing as it's wounded so many fangirls out there. Good. I'll play one more time for the cheap seats. Yeah? Nicking your lines now. I'll tell him to go suck his mum. Yeah? How's that? Cry more, babies. Cry more. Cry more. Yeah. Cry. Yeah? Gutted. You can't stop my channel because you ain't got the login details. So cry about it all you fucking like.
Yeah?
You got an issue with it, get my phone number, call me, and I'll tell you a prick to your face as well. Yeah? Watch. Yeah? Run your mouth. Man, seriously, bruv. Yeah? Very close. Very close.
Chig and Lee.
We'll get young guns to sort that issue anyway, bruv. You don't worry about that.
I saw Roma's game today. Saw our game. Never thought I'd say this, but Roma, with all their Premier League,
5 goals in 2 games.
Yeah,
it's a madness.
I said it on Lee's channel earlier. There's a geezer that watches from Australia. Keep in mind it's Sunday. Keep in mind most people work tomorrow.
Yep.
My man got up at 4 a.m. to watch this. That's a right. I don't care how it makes me sound. Knowing that that's coming, I'm not staying up to do that. I'm not doing that. No chance. So thank you for your donation. And DVS, Abba just checked out because our mentality is weak. And it always has been. Let's have it right. It always has been. Mikel Arteta gets a 0 from me. I think from my perspective, the guy does not have a clue. I don't blame him necessarily because he's doing our dream job. But at the same time, this is where you say, as the board, all right, my bad. We tried to do something different. It didn't work. So let's just move on now and see if we can get someone with experience and someone that can do better. So someone just said DT's going to batter you guys. Please let him try and batter me.
Bro, my little brother would slap him differently. Don't even worry about that.
That would be Christmas come early for me.
Shut up about he's going to speak.
That would be Christmas come early for me. Oh, imagine.
Let him run his mouth. Let him run his mouth, bro. Listen.
Imagine.
Run his mouth. He ain't going to do shit, which is why I don't actually say my name. Yeah? If he's got a fucking issue, text me. Text me. And I'll tell you about yourself. It ain't no drama to me, mate. Yeah? You ain't about this life.
rash because they have a different opinion.
Why is man so shook about what I got to say? Go fucking worry about yourself, dickhead.
Anyway, let's get a move on and get out of here. Batter me. Must be joking. Can't even batter an egg. Never mind batter me. Dickhead. Please, anyway, guys, please do stick a like on this video.
Bring it. Do what you got to do, bruv. Ain't no drama to me, mate.
Please do stick a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Believe it or not, we don't always talk about this dickhead, but you lot are active when it comes to duty. And apparently he's rattled. I don't know what has particularly been said that you should be rattled by, but whatever.
Bro, he has to stay relevant by arguing with people all the time. He has to drive 40 miles to go and sit on next man's channel because his own channel's dead. If he's got a fucking issue, trust me, I will finish him so differently, yeah? Yeah, watch. I'll just get Young Guns to go and speak to him, bruv. Yeah, just get Young Guns to go and speak to him. Young Guns are fucking differently. Don't even try that. I don't care. If you've got a fucking issue, say it.
Hey, waste of time.
Instead of directing me all the time, you pussy. Got something to say? Phone my phone.
Anyway, let's leave this fool. And
yeah, man. Everyone out.
Europa League on Thursday. And let's see if Arsenal can redeem themselves. I doubt it, but let's see. All right, we are out of here. Take care. Enjoy your evening.
Arteta out. Tapas Pulis out.
Tapas Pulis out.
Tonight.
We out.